Okay, here we are at the Bunnings fam. So, what we've got to do here is these are prefabricated 1 metre lengths. All right, so that's like 100mm diameter. So we need 2 of these. I'll put these in the trolley. All right, we'll get them there. I've already bought the cement and the primer and that sort of stuff already. See the priming fluid and the cement. So what we'll do now is we'll move down here. I put 2 screw caps on the ends. That way you can access them for either end in your car. So these are the Holman 100mm screw caps. Make sure they've got the O-ring in the middle of them. Right, and then there's one more thing that we need to make this. So we'll put these in the trolley. Okay. One more thing we need to make these is 100mm slip coupling, okay? So now what we'll do is I'll go and pay for them and then we'll go and make them on the back of the Hilux. Okay fam, we've just come back from Bunnings, okay? So what we're doing here is I'm going to show you how to save money. I'm going to show you how to make rod holders for the top of your car that'll last a lifetime for under $100, okay? So, this is 100mm PVC pipe. There's your 100mm sleeve. There's the 2 screw cap bases, okay? There's the 2 screw caps, okay? So, all of this, not including this, okay, that was $71, all right? That's from our local Bunnings, alrighty? So, I don't know whether you'd be paying the same, less or more at your local Bunnings, but irrespective of that, ballpark is around the $70 mark, okay? Now, this is some adhesive-backed, like matting or whatever, okay? Right, so chuck that in here, alrighty? Here's some PVC cement, and that's some primer that I've had from before. So I can't remember what I paid for them, but you know, I'm sure that you've got some of it lying around at home. If not, you've got a friend that's got some. Do the Australian thing, take over a beer, away you go. So all we've got to do now is pull all of this together, right? So on these screw cap bases, see where you've got that little ridge there? What you do is you prime that to there, you put your PVC cement to there, and what that will do when you sleeve it up in there, it'll hit that, and that's when you know that you've gone far enough, okay? All right, so don't do this without gloves, but if you've got a really thick bit of cloth like that, you only dab the end, you won't touch it anyway, okay? So let's get started. Now this is the primer. A lot of people have said that this is just the cleaner for the PVC, all right? So what we'll do is we'll just get everything ready, okay? What this will do, this will prime it inside. Now I'm pushing on the cloth there, right? I'm not pushing on the actual primer, okay? There we go through there now. So that's going to prime that, all right? That's the sleeve. You've got to be careful with the sleeves because the ridge in the middle is nowhere nearly as prominent as the base of the caps, okay? So that's done in there. See how I'm just pressing on the cloth where it's not touching, all right? Now what you do the ends, oops, is that still going? Yep, do the ends of your 100mm pipe. Some people say that you don't need to do it. I just like to get the job done properly, you know? All right, don't put that on your car anywhere or anything like that, okay? And always make sure you close your lids. The reason why I've come out to the bush to do it is because it's well ventilated. I've got the wind blowing this way, so any fumes from here, okay, are gonna blow away from me towards the car, all right? So I'm not smelling them, all right? So, there we go. We've primed all the corners. This, I'm just going to put on some cloth there. Now, couple of little tips. When you're putting the PVC cement in here, and on there, okay? Don't do it with the cap on, because you leave the cap on, then you'll go to push the two bits of pipe together and it won't let you do it because it's trapping the air inside, okay? So, what we'll do first is don't be shy, don't be shy with the PVC cement. Put it on fairly thick and give it about 10 to 15 seconds just to set a bit, okay? Here. And look, try not to do too much, all right? Just give it a nice dose there. Leave that to start setting, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to give this a generous quantity on the outside. We're going to give this a generous quantity on the outside of the pipe. Okay, like so. Give that, like I said, 10 or 15 seconds to set. Okay, which it's just about doing now. Now it's colder, so it takes a lot longer, which works in our advantage, right? I'm just going to close that. Okay, now watch. It's quite simple. As you put it on there, you twist, push it down, and it's just about set. Okay, so that's absolutely perfect in there. See, we've got a little bit of excess there, which we'll wipe off in a minute. A little bit in there, but that is definitely not going anywhere. So, what we'll do is, we'll just stand that up in there. Okay. Once again, we'll just get some more of this PVC cement. Okay, I'm going to put this downwind, and I've hardly copped a whiff of any of it, and trust me, if you've worked with people before that have used this stuff, right, you'll know about it, okay? So, that's all coated now, which is good. Plonk that over. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to do the end of this pipe. Like I said, don't be shy. You want to have a little bit of excess, all right? Okay. There we go. Nicely, nicely. Okay. Once again, push that down. Beautiful. So that, virtually as soon as it's hit the ridge inside there, that's set. I can't turn that at all, right? That's really good. So then what we do is plonk that up there. Now, bit of friendly advice. When you're doing the other side, don't put your end caps on, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to put one sleeve on first, okay? When I say one sleeve, I mean one side of the sleeve. Okay, get that on fairly thick. Like that. Okay. Beautiful. Now we're going to let that cure for a second. Now remember, that one there, does not have the prominent ridge that the other one has. Okay, so you've got to be very careful. Don't blow over. Steady. All right. Now, I'm definitely not copying any whiffs with this wind that's blowing, which suits me just fine, actually. I mean, that one blew over, but, you know, That's no big deal. Okay, so what we've done here, we've given this a generous amount on the end. And like I said, in winter, it takes a bit longer to cure than it does in the summer. All right, cover that up, push that over here. Lovely. So what I've got in there now is I've got that joined, and I watched that as it slid on, and that's already that's already taken, so that's not going anywhere. There's the excess that we put on there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put one of the screw caps on. That's only, I mean, I can't even twist that, fam. Okay, so that's already set, only to protect the thread on there. You don't want it to get dirty, right? So I'm going to chuck that on there. Okay, like that. I'm going to stand here and just keep an eye on it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to put some of this PVC cement on the inside. Okay, in preparation for when we put the other half on. All right. Now, all the tackle companies are going to hate me for this, but give you a tip, don't care. Right. Now what we're going to do is a bit of PVC cement on here. Okay, like that. This one's due for a replacement soon. I'm not a plumber or anything, I've just made a lot of rod holders, you know. There we go, like that. Now in summer, if we were doing this, we'd have to do it a lot quicker, obviously, because of the heat and the PV cement just going off a lot quicker, okay? So, there we go. Nicely, nicely. That's starting to get tacky, which is what you want it to do. Okay. Rightio. So, what we'll do now is this. Put that in there. Now notice how I haven't put the screw. All right, that's it. Great. Okay, so I haven't put the other screw cap on here. Now this is ready to go, right? The reason why I put two screw caps on there, if you're on a boat and you're remote, okay, not that I'm trying to be a poet, but if you've got an end cap on one side and then you've got the cap on the other and you're in a situation where you need to get to them quickly, doesn't really do you any favours, does it, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that dry on the back of the ute there. Right, now, a little bit of a pro tip. This stuff here is awesome. It's got an adhesive back, okay, and it'll stop your fishing rods from damaging their tips and the ferrules where they join, okay? And the other good thing about this, all right, you don't even need scissors to cut it, okay? I'll just tear that by hand. All right, I'll rip the corners off here. Come on, mate. There we go. Never ever leave rubbish in the bush, fam. Okay. So there we go. That's one cap that's on there. Oops. That's the other cap. Okay. As long as you get a circle that covers most of the cap, you'll be fine. Right, once again, Oops, put that in there. Chuck that on there, okay. And there we go. You have a ridgy-dig rod holder for any roof rack assembly, okay. Both ends have screw caps, so it's easily accessible from either end of the car, you know what I mean? So you can have it here like so, right. I'll just show you how that looks from the top, okay. So there you go, fam. Now if you were to buy that, okay, with a brand on it or anything like that, you'd be up for big dollars. Now, what I normally do is I just get some of these Power Grip octopus straps, okay? And what you do is you wrap it around your roof rack and your rod holder. And the good thing about these is they'll grip and they're stretchy. So wrap it around as tight as you can, okay, on both of them, and they won't go anywhere. And usually if you're worried about them going anywhere, as long as you've got it tight enough, that middle sleeve or the start of the actual screw cap base there will usually grip these and stop it sliding back. And then on top of that, sometimes when you drive along, you'll find one will tighten and the other one will loosen up. Just a little bit of bear tape or gaffer tape twice and around, and that'll stop that opening up, fam, okay? All right, and there you have it. For $71 plus a little bit of nous, and you know, it didn't take that long. So if that had cloth on it and a major tackle brand, that'd probably be a $300 to $400 rod holder, okay? I've taken this on airlines, never had a headache, all right? And if you're sending rods or you're shifting interstate, or, you know, you want to send rods safely interstate via a transport company, this is one of the few ways you'll do it. And being a Western Australian, what I do is I always look to buy Holman products first, okay? All right, so there you go. That's our little homemade car rod holder segment for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for free on YouTube with that little icon that's in the corner, okay? I'm guessing it's there, unless it's been reversed around. Either way, just click on that. The way you show your support to the channel is by telling all your friends and watching and subscribing. So stay safe, stay well, be the best person you can be every day, okay? And next time we do a YouTube video, I've got something else to show you to save you a bit of money, all right? Bye for now.